The angry black woman stereotype is a trope in American society that portrays black women as sassy, ill-mannered, and ill-tempered by nature. Related concepts are the sapphire or the sassy black woman. So let me ask you, Nicci, have you ever been defined as an angry black woman?
I would probably be somebody that in past years had been defined as maybe the poster girl for the angry black woman. In this day and in this age, with all the things that are happening in the world, I think we have a reason to be angry. But I think what we have to unpack is what that reaction or anger motivates you to do. Is it to be proactive or reactive, right?
And how does it make you feel when someone defines you in such a negative way?
There was a time in my life and in my career where I really let it infect. That's a good word.
That is a good word.
A great word. It was actually a mistake, but I used to let it affect me a great deal. Like I allowed it to allow me to forget how great I was and what my contributions were, and the fact that I've probably been labeled an angry black woman since the beginning of Brownstone, right? Because I was the chick from Detroit with the chip on my shoulders who wasn't about to let the movement happen in my life, right? But for most of my career, I've had to deal with the angry black woman stereotype because, translation on some levels is a woman who's not going to allow you to walk all over her, a woman who is going to speak up for what she really wants. My dad was a Motown guy. My mom was a musician. I knew a little bit more
than most.
Right. If I wasn't an angry black woman, I would have signed that $2,000 publishing deal I was offered versus, talking to my dad and getting angry about it. So I think angry and receiving that stereotype is really based on what you see in yourself.
This is how I feel. It may not be what you feel. This is what I feel is right. This is what I feel is wrong. Why should I not be able to verbalize to you? Why do I have to be angry? Why is it angry for me to tell you that?
Because that is an issue that the other person has with you versus an issue that you have with yourself.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? So you have to make a decision to be authentically who you are, regardless of what people interpret that to be, or to be what is less intimidating. So what we have to learn to do is stop apologizing for who we are culturally and how we communicate with each other. I mean, well, we should apologize to how we communicate with each other, but that's another conversation. But how we are concerned about people interpreting how we communicate with them. Because
be okay with your authentic self. Be okay with who you are.
Important.
Because you know what? When your intentions are pure, there's difference when you have ill intent,
Intention is everything. I want us to be careful of feeling like some of those stereotypes that existed years ago. Like, it's becoming a lot easier. It's still difficult for black women in corporate America. But we've got black women running networks and black women running shows, and we've got a lot of dope opportunity as black women,
completely agree
and I think we should embrace that.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's not even as women. That's our whole race, like
black people in general. Did you see Wakanda forever?
Yes, Wakanda forever.
That inspired us. That made it very clear. And see, I think what's really important is we tend to. I once heard it said that, I'm going to follow the plan of the Anglo-Saxon man. And like I said, I'm not trying to turn this into a race issue. But what we have to start doing, and I think what's more important than us having a conversation about how other people impact our lives, we need to talk about how we impact each other's lives and what we do to each other. So when one black woman who you give a job says, well, I'm going to follow the plan of the Anglo-Saxon man, then you have to understand that that's where the problem is. Like, let's not gloss over it.
Set our
we have
own
to support each other
and support.
Be grateful for the black women in your life that are helping lift you. That elevator we talked about, up, down, up, down.
That's right.
We got to focus on us.
And you go, and we have to remember when we reach the top, what we do. Take the elevator back down. Get somebody come in there with you, bring you back up with you. Keep on doing that and keep on moving as a unit. And that doesn't mean to leave out other cultures or other people, but just appreciate what we have in common. Appreciate who we are. And if I'm angry, I can be angry. And when I'm happy, I'm happy. And when I'm sad, I'm sad. This is an emotion that is my right to have.
Absolutely. And it's so important that we have those emotions, right? when you're in the middle of the storm, when you're deep in the valley, you feel like, oh, why is this happening to me? I deserve better. I didn't mean anything by this. I wanted everybody to win. But you have to have those valleys. You have to have those moments. You can only really pay attention when God brings you to your knees. You only know who your friends are when you ain't got shit. I'm sorry, when you have nothing. Whoops. You only know who your friends are when you have nothing. And I think that is when you learn to become a better version of yourself. You know what I mean? My husband, he loves me, but I know he loves me when our lights are getting cut off.
Exactly.
And my husband's like, let me go out here and work till 6 and 7 in the morning doing security to make sure that this happens when crazy stuff happens. So you have to embrace the struggle.
Yes.
Without it.
It's the growth moment.
Baby.
It's the growth moment. It brings you into a place personally that nothing else could bring you to.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good time to be a black woman.
It is.
I don't care what they done told you.
I know. We fabulous.
Or how intimidated they may be.
Exactly.
If they're intimidated, then they need to either use that intimidation to be more proactive
That's your
or
reactive. Grow, honey.
Because we are proactive.
Exactly.
It is quite obvious in everything we do.
We do. We don't have
so be afraid.
And we don't accept anything less than that.
Absolutely.
You know, and you know what? And women, if you're in a place where you don't feel that way, let this be an encouraging moment for you. Because it's okay to be down. It's okay to not feel your best all the time.
Absolutely.
It's okay to be discouraged. It's how you handle it and how you grow from it and how you take yourself out of that moment. Right. So I encourage you, if you're listening and you're like, you know what, I'm a black woman and I don't feel that fierce right now. Well, guess what? It's in your DNA. That is what you are.
Absolutely.
That is what you are.
Absolutely. Every superhero, like the superheroes ain't always flying around in their superhero costumes. Every superhero has some sort of thing.
Yeah.
If it's Superman, it's kryptonite.
Yep.
If it's Spider-Man, he got bit by a spider, he was a nerd. In their real life, right? In your real life, you have to go through those human emotions so that you can relate to the people that you are trying to lift and empower. Right. And that's when you do it for real.
That's right.
Right? Because you've been there. You know
been
what it feels
there,
like.
and you're able to testify.
It's dangerous when you don't fall.
And it's dangerous when you speak about things you have no clue about.
Come on.
You know, and you're giving false information. You know, you
just talking because you want to hear yourself speak.
And you know what can get people going. But you know what? We have a lot to offer one another as people, and we just got to continue to do that. So let me ask you this. Where do you think the image of the angry black woman came from? Like, where did that come from? Where did that root from?
Misunderstanding, right? Misunderstanding of our culture. Yeah. Lack of understanding of our struggle.
Absolutely.
You know, we are loud, and sometimes.
And what's wrong with being loud?
Because we're vocal. How about that?
I
you know
like to go up an octave
Words are
sometimes.
just words. Words are just things that man made up to express, a feeling or an emotion. And I think that because we are unafraid to express how we feel. Now, let me say this, though. Let's not move away from the fact that angry-ass black women do exist, right? And the difference between being an angry black woman and just an angry-ass black woman, I said ass twice. Can I say 3 times now? That's okay? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. KeepItReal.com. But there are women who are angry because they just want to be angry because they feel like, in order for me to truly express how I feel and who I am, I got to just let you know that I will just. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And those women that isn't anger, that's something different. Like that's anger combined with some sort of mental health issue
or
that they may
fear,
have. Or fear, whatever.
Or something, there's something other than what you're seeing. There's something behind that. Yeah. And that's so true. I think that people, we have to also consider our circumstances. You know what I mean? Like, the history goes all the way back to us being brought to this country and then being split from our families and then being given this image of masculinity and dominance when it wasn't a choice. Right. It was just what had to be done. I'm
sure that some would probably consider Harriet Tubman an angry black woman because she was
Rosa Parks.
Or Rosa Parks.
Exactly.
Like, this angry black woman won't give up her seat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when anger motivates you to move in the direction of change, and not just change for yourself.
World.
And if your anger is based on a selfish thing, if your anger is based on what you want for self that you're not getting, you have to check yourself and ask yourself, is this anger justifiable? But if anger is coming from a place of just, you know what, I'm not going to sit here and watch these black women being destroyed. I'm angry about the situation in Detroit where we got 58% chronic absenteeism. That makes me angry.
Wow.
But it makes me motivated to be proactive.
So what we're going to do about it?
To do something.
I'm going to talk about it, and then we're going to talk about what we're going to do about it.
Constructive anger.
That's right. That's right. How do we change the world's perception of us, or should we even worry about changing the perception that other people have of us? You get what I mean? It's how do we change, or the perception, or do we even need to change and worry about that?
I don't think we need to change anything. I think we need to improve.
Yeah.
I think we are in a good space, contrary to most. Now, there are a lot of shows that I wish would go away.
Yeah.
Because I think that they give a false impression of who we are, right? But I'm not mad at how people make their money. Yeah. And I'm not mad, but as it relates, and I can only speak from the perspective of what I do, which is entertainment and philanthropy and community. I think that we are too concerned with changing, as if there is something wrong with who we are. I think we should always be motivated and inspired to improve upon who we are. Yeah. I don't want to change anything about what I experience.
Because I don't need to.
I don't want to change nothing about the R&B divas. I don't want to change nothing about being broke. I don't want to change nothing about being overweight. I don't want to change anything about who I am, because at 48 years old, I love myself. I'm a happy woman, and it took all of those ingredients to make myself who I am. I want us to be conscious, and I want us to focus on being upwardly mobile and helping each other, because that's how we succeed. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I gotta remember. I don't care who you are. Yes. I don't care what you do. You cannot do it alone. And you have to give to other people. You have to give to other people, because that is how people. The karma is how you succeed. Your faith in God is how you succeed. I've seen the richest and most famous. I've worked with the richest and most famous people on earth. And my life, I wouldn't trade mine for theirs for nothing. So understand, it's something about being a giver and something about being upwardly mobile and helping other people.
Absolutely, and putting into people. That's what we're here for, and it'll all come back to you, I promise. If you put your energy in blessing others, you would be,
Absolutely.
You would be so surprised at all that comes your way. All right, so what do you got going on, Miss Nicci?
Oh, goodness. I am really, really motivated to launch my foundation, which is the From the Bottom Up Foundation.
Yes.
I have been struggling for years trying to figure out what it was going to be. I did Women in Reality and, didn't do, but explored that. Yeah. But the reason I came to the From the Bottom Up Foundation is not just because it's the title of the first Brownstone album and the title of the show that we have on BET. But it just basically represents who I am. I came up with that title because I'm always working from the bottom up. If you build a solid foundation, there's always going to be ebb and flow, no matter who you are. You're going to have high points and low points. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to go to sleep. Everybody got to eat. Everybody, So those are those moments. So focusing on that foundation, and the goal for that foundation is to educate, uplift, and inspire our youth. I had spent a lot of time focused on women and girls, but I think it's very important for me to be as focused on young men and education and arts and music programs in schools, because as a people, we need that. That's like air for us. We are the best at it. There's no question that black people with melanin and soul, are the best singers, performers, creators, athletes. And this is not a race conversation. She said it, I didn't say it. I disagree. Okay, well then challenge me, someone. I welcome the challenge. Give me an example of someone who's better than one of us. But anyway, I say that to say I think it's a sin and a shame that we don't have music programming and arts programming in schools.
It is.
I'm working on, we just wrapped a short film that I filmed in my high school. I'm super proud of it. My best friend Dwayne Barnes directed. It's called Social Conflict. We deal with gender equality. We deal with sexual assault. We deal with mental health. Okay, we deal with guns
have to get y'all back on together.
We are in the Bronze Lens Film Festival. We done submitted to every festival, so y'all pray for us.
Yes.
But
we're gonna manifest that. That's gonna be hot.
So the foundation is one of the producers of that, as well as myself and my husband. A portion of the proceeds from that film are going to go towards my old high school, Cody High School, that's in desperate need of a lot of funding. Like I said, it's real that the absenteeism rate in Michigan is highest in the country at 58%. I got a lot of stuff to be concerned about with my community and the place that I was born and raised in, and my focus is there. That makes me angry. That makes me motivated. So I'm issuing a call to all Detroit artists: Madonna, Aretha, Dwelle, Big Sean, Eminem, all of you. What? We got so much talent from Detroit. I'm calling on all of this Cash Doll, all of these women out here, girls out here that are doing big things to help support me in this initiative to get better opportunities and resources to the kids.
And how can people get on?
Follow me on Instagram at Nicci Gilbert, and I'm gonna post everything, right?
Y'all need to be on it, and then send it to me. It'll be on Afternoon Tea Radio as well. Yes,
indeed, absolutely. Yeah. Christine Beatty is the chair of my foundation, and that is my work. Everything that I do, every project that I create from this point on, a portion of those proceeds will go towards this foundation, because I want to build legacy that is about helping kids reach their dreams and their goals.
She inspiring.
And that's real. That's not. I'm not doing it. A lot of people do things because it's trendy and because you feel like you can get some corporate dollars.
And that's why it's so exciting.
It's real.
That's why it's so exciting. And I want to just thank you, Nicci, for coming onto the show. You are a blessing, and I really truly thank you. It's people like you that inspire me, like really inspire me as a woman, and I love it. I love my black folks, and I love my black women. I love people in general. It's not just a black thing. I love inspiring people who want to put into other people, because that's what I'm about. Absolutely. And I want to thank all the black women out there for being who you are, through all the criticism that comes with it, because you're amazing, you're beautiful, and you're going to change the world. We're going to change it together.
That's right.
Yeah. That's all right, y'all. Well, thank you again for tuning into Afternoon Tea Radio.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. God bless you all, and have a wonderful rest of your day and the rest of your week.